Hey, welcome back to Monstar Gaming. I wanted to do a video here of Empires and Puzzles. Haven't really played it on the tablet too much, so it's probably going to give me a couple of these little pop-up thingies, which is fine. Um, so the reason I am going to be talking about this is that I am planning on quitting the game. Now, I don't know if I've done many videos in the past about this game. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I have some videos earlier on about it. I'm level 41, which means I've been playing for quite a bit. I think I've been playing off and on for about 2 years, if not further, but very off and on. You know, I'd go 3, 4, 5 months without playing it at all. And I wanted to do this video only because there are a lot of people that do play this game. There are some people that have been trying to play the game brand new. There's some people that have been playing it a little bit more long term. And the game itself is very fun. You know, I think they were very smart in the way that they set up this game. It's very similar to Puzzles and Dragons. I like to tell people that it's very similar to like a Candy Crush type style game, because you're just trying to, you know, connect the what do you call it? The little tiles. So I'll put this one on auto. But there's a few things going on with the game that are making it much harder to want to stick with it. They do have a lot of units, which is really nice. They have a calendar that's set a year out, which is really good. So they do a lot of stuff really, really, really well. But of all the majority of games that are kind of gotcha or that you have to summon and things like that, this is a very sneaky one where it definitely becomes pay to win. Or pay to progress, maybe more pay to progress than pay to win. Very early in the game, very, very early in the game. I recently got some people into the game and they've been playing, and easily within the first 2 to 3 weeks, they were already spending money in the game. And it kind of blows my mind that a game like this, where I would say that you can play free to play, because I did play, I think, the first 4 months free, didn't pay for anything, because it cost at least 300 gems to be able to do an epic summon, which would guarantee you a 3, 4, or a 5-star. And you'll find very quickly in the game that if you don't have a full roster of 3 stars, you're really going to get stuck. And then obviously you have to level up your characters, make them stronger, etc., etc. But 3 stars don't really get you that far in the game. So once you have some of those 3 stars, you really want to start getting some 4 stars, develop those, because they're really going to help you out a lot more. They're going to get you much further into the game. But your daily summons, your little free summons that you get all the time, only guarantee you 1, 2, and 3 stars. And you find out within only a couple weeks that 1 stars and 2 stars are completely useless. You basically use them as fodder to level up your characters, and that's it. So all your 2 stars that you had maybe at the real beginning of the game, they're pointless. You know, you're instantly trying to replace them with 3 stars. Now, there's a lot of 3 stars in this game that are very good, for sure. You know, they have very good skills. They have very good, cool things that they can do. The artwork is beautiful. The way that they set up, the whole game is set up amazing. You know, they really took their time to go through, like, okay, this is their attack, their defense, their health. This is their special skill down here. This is the ascension ladder. This is their family. Like, everything about the game is very polished, and everything feels unique. They have so many different kinds of characters. They have a lot of different events. They have a lot of they have like tournaments that you can join. There's so much to the game. Like, there's a lot to like in the game, which I really, really like. But I have been noticing, and it's funny too, because like I did mention before that I did leave the game a few times. And the biggest reason for me to be leaving the game is you do spend a little money here and there. You definitely want to, you know. There's the Hero of the Month here, who's exclusive for February. You have to do at least 10 summons to get close to guaranteeing yourself to getting them. There's some people that'll take two two 10 groups of 10 summons uh, to get them, and the odds are really, really low in this game. Like they just added this new event, so they have a bunch of new heroes, which sounds good, but now they're giving you all these other heroes for you to go after. So basically what it means is the more characters you're going after, the more characters there are to summon, your percentages are dropping even further because now there's more heroes that they're adding to the game, and they're adding to the different summoning. Oh, see, they added 4-star trainers. That's pretty cool. Um, so you have the regular daily summon, which is free, and you kind of ignore that one. You have the epic troop, epic hero summons. This is the generic one. These are all the season 1 characters. There's a different summon for season 2 characters, a different summon for the season 3 characters, and they're all well and good. They just keep adding characters and keep adding characters, and then you have the heroes of the month that go on there, and they have a lot more events now than they did before, and the events are limited time only. And that's one thing that these guys do really well, is they come out with limited time only characters. And like I said, they do the artwork really good. They do their skills and powers and everything else super good. So they are really good about making you want these units, right? So anytime an event happens, you're like, oh crap, like these guys are really good. I need 300 gems to summon them, or I can use these little tokens under here. Most of the time, the tokens are going to be easier to get than the gems. The gems trickle in very slowly. You probably average maybe 5 a day, unless you have other events that give you gems, because there are some quests, event quests here, that give you gems periodically. So in 1 month, you might be able to get somewhere around maybe 400, maybe let's say 500 gems a month. Let's say you're doing 500 gems a month, you're only going to be able to get one epic hero summon. And if you save it and do an event, you'll do 300. Some of the more rare events cost 350. And like I mentioned before, to be able to get the exclusive hero of the month, you got to do at least 10 to even have a shot. But you have the whole month. So it's kind of like, hey, you know what? You got to do a ton of summons, but you got 30 days to do it. So, take your time. They're really smart in the way that they set it up, where you're like, you know what? I have 30 days to summon a bunch. Maybe I'll summon a little bit here, a little bit there. And if I can get over 10 by the end of the month, then I'll do that. So this is definitely a pay to progress. Like this is the map right here. This is season 1. Just using a couple of people in my alliance that have started the game. The ones that did not pay anything or next to nothing, after about a month or so, are only at stage 14. The ones that did pay, that are in that same kind of time frame, and they do have a lot of heroes at this point, including a couple 5-stars, which you would never be able to get a 5-star in the first 3 months of the game unless you got extremely lucky. They are all in season 2, somewhere around here. And that's because they do have almost like a full team of 4-stars. I'll show you my lineup, and like I said, I have paid money in the game. The easiest way to tell if people have been putting money in the game is if they have Heroes of the Month. When you stop spending money in the game, that's when you're like, oh my goodness, this game moves so slowly. And then you start thinking about all the money you spent and when you spent it. So like Bertilla is a Hero of the Month. So now I can remember and go, oh, she's really cool. I wonder how much money I spent that month, which I know I did spend some money. Then I have Grimble. Spent a lot of money that month when Grimble was out. And when Grimble was out, that is how I got, where is she? Of the North. Let's see if there's any other Heroes of the Month. I don't think I have any other ones. But I did start getting some more 5-stars because I am higher level. and then the TC20. Like everything takes time. Everything takes time, from upgrading your characters, from farming, from everything. Everything in the game takes time, even leveling up your base. And that's normal for games, so it's not like unique. But like this one would take 10 days to upgrade your stronghold, which is your main thing. See, it's asking me to do a VIP and all kinds of other stuff. All the buildings take a long time once you get pretty high up. How long does this one take? 18 hours. So that one's not too bad, but that's only level 17. And everything kind of stops you. It's a game that has a lot of places that stop you. So let's say I got this here. I need to upgrade this. I don't have enough for that. If I want to craft this, I need to research this. I don't have enough food. So you're constantly being blocked on how much food you have to be able to progress, and how much iron you have to be able to upgrade your buildings. You will get stuck many, many times, which is why let me see where it is. Which is why the VIP pass is so valuable. This is one of the things that I always recommend people to use if they are planning on playing this game pretty long term. The VIP is is almost a must. And the fact that I'm actually recommending that, and the fact that I actually use that, and the fact that I actually spend the money on that tells you a few things. That if this is a really good game, it's very engaging. There's a lot of good things about it. But there's no other game that I've played that offers a VIP pass or anything else like that actually felt worth it. The fact that it feels worth it here tells me, it like screams to me, that this is a pay to progress kind of game. Because most other games that I play are free to play. I play a lot of different gacha games. Yes, it takes you a long time to progress to the point where you'd like to be, but you get enough currency, you get enough gems, you get enough like summon tickets, you get enough of everything, where you can, every week, you can kind of, actually not even every week, every couple days, you can kind of stash some things together and have a shot at getting something good, or even have a pity system. There's a lot of games that if you summon the bigger bundle, like let's say you summon 10 things at a time, you're going to be guaranteed at least a 4 or 5 star or something like that. This game does not have that. This game basically says, hey, you know what? You can play for free and move along excruciatingly slow. We're only going to give you some gems here and there, and then hopefully you get something good. But there's a lot of people that summon and constantly get 3 stars, or constantly get the same 4 stars they already have, and similar 3 stars. That's one of the things that really, really started getting to me. When I pull a 10 times and I get 6 people I already have, or 7 people that I already have, and the only like new person I have is an average 4 star or a 3 star on the event, like that doesn't help me at all. Like I just wasted a 10 pull. Not only that, if you do a 10 pull and then you do another few summons because you're trying to get that hero of the month and you don't, you basically just wasted everything. And that to me doesn't make sense. Like there should be a pity system, or there should be a discount on the gems, because it really honestly takes you a long time to get those gems. Like I said, I know they have quests that help you out. They recently came out with the Path of Valor, probably in the last 6 to 9 months, which is something that most games are doing. And the games that really needed it are the games like this, where you need quicker ways to progress. There are games that like are journey games. I play another game, which is called Dominations, which is kind of like a Clash of Clans. Like those are games that you're going to play on and on and on for years, because there's just so much like to do. There's so many things going on. You don't want to rush that kind of game. It's one of those games that you're really like Civilization, like you're going to build and build and build and build. Like there's nothing that you really want to rush. There's some stuff you want to rush for time's sake, but it's not going to change your game too much, you know. But this is a game where if you play for free, which I think is what they're trying to tap into, they're trying to tap into some of those free people to maybe convert them into a paying player by offering them a little bit more, so they can get a little bit of a taste of, okay, if we throw some extra things at you, this is how much better it's going to be for you. So on the right side is the free one. So these are all the free things that you can get. And I'm scrolling down. I mean, the food and iron, once you level up enough, you should be good. This training hero is really good. We're scrolling. Oops, I think I didn't start at 0. Sorry. Let's go back up here. So once you get to level 4, you get 50. That's good. That's very good. It would take you probably 5 to 6 days to try to get 50. Then you're scrolling down. All of these things are generic things. The trainer hero is good. Definitely help you out, but it's red. So here's 100 at 20. All right, so now you're at 150. Another trainer hero. And another trainer hero. And that's it. So by playing the Path of Valor, which usually runs about 45 days, but at least these parts here with the gems, you can definitely reach those within 20 days. So 150. All right, so now you're getting an extra 150 every month, which is good. So now you're probably getting close to 650, maybe 700. No, we'll say 600. So now you can do, and then you do get these a day too. So that might, yeah, that's fine. So let's say you're getting 600 gems a month, right? You can only do 2 summons of the ones you actually want to summon, the 3 to 5 stars. That's horrible. All the other epic ones have, all the other gacha games that I play do not have this terrible of rates. And you don't have to collect that many gems. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And I think the reason that this one does so well is because of all the different events. It's like, okay, cool, I'm going to spend my money and save it up for this event that's coming out next month. They're counting on you to not have the patience to get to the next month. Maybe get to the Atlantis or the Valhalla, which are also really good. And now you just cashed out all your gems on those events. But you still want to play that other event, so you're like, I only have another 10 days, 15 days for the next event that I really want. And I only have 100 gems. What do? Oh, cool, they just gave me an offer. Why don't I do this? 99 cents for 200 gems. That's cool. And there's 6 of them. $6 isn't that much. But because you already paid the $4.99 for the VIP, you're like, you know what? If I only spent $2 here, $3 there, it's worth it. And you kind of convince yourself. And you know what? It's not. There is no guarantee in the summon gate that you're going to get a 4-star or a 5-star. So I have a lot of mixed feelings about this game because it is fun. I mean, the storyline is horrible. There's really no story. But the progression, you do feel like you're progressing when you get better heroes with better skills. You come up with a nice team setup. You have these battle items. There's a lot of depth to the game. There's a lot of different things that you want to get. And then to level them up, you have to have very specific materials. The artwork is amazing. The events are really good. They have a calendar. Everything is there. But very quickly in the game, you will get stuck where you can't progress further. And if you're progressing further, you're crawling. And they give you all these events and they entice you with all these, oh, these are like rare heroes that are really strong. Oh, you know what? If you don't like that one, there's another one coming out next week. If you don't like that one, there's another one after that one. They are geniuses at coming out with events and, better than that, good heroes. But the rate that you get your gems is ridiculous. You should not have to play a whole month only to be able to summon twice on the more rare heroes. Like, that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Even 3 summons in 30 days is ridiculous. If you play most gacha games, you'll be able to do like a 5 summon or a 10 summon. And mind you, this is the whole gamut. It's not like there's two different summons. There's some games do have that where they split it up, and then they might have two different currencies. But either way, you'd be able to do like a 5 summon every few days. So it's funny because when I play this game and then I jump over and play one of my other games and I do 10 summons without spending any money in the game, and I just do 10 summons, I'm like, why am I playing this game? Why am I spending money on this game? I mean, obviously in the other ones you get 5 summons. You're not going to get anybody amazing. But sometimes you do. Sometimes you get a 4-star that you needed or a 5-star that's interesting. And then you just kind of build it up that way. I know some people play this game basically to collect the heroes, like they're completionists. So that's another smart move that they did with the events. Most of the events have less than 10 heroes in them. So it makes you think, oh, that's not too difficult because there's not that many people. If I get one here and get one there, maybe I'll get the other ones. But nope, that's not how it works. It's a percentage-based thing. It does matter how high level you are. The higher level and the more slots you have, things like that. They factor in a lot of different things. You will be more likely to get a 4 or 5-star. But it's tough. It is a fun game to play. I do like matching the gems and seeing the gameplay, seeing the super moves and this and that. And like I said, the artwork, the gameplay, like everything, the structure of the game is awesome. The raids are good, the titans are good, but they're adding more and more and more because they want you to keep playing it is the thing. They want you to play it nonstop. There's a titan, then there's an event, then there's a quest, then there's a raid tournament. They just introduced a new Titan tournament for alliances, which is geared more towards higher level players. I think this past year they added more levels to the stronghold, adding new buildings. They added another season this past year, and I think at the end of this year they're going to add another season. So there's a whole list of characters that are going to come out that they're already saying are going to be way stronger than everybody else. So there's going to be a huge power creep there, and then give you a lot more stuff to kind of rush against. But I'm looking at the calendar per month, and there's way more events than there used to be. Way more. Where by the time you finish one event, there's another raid, there's another Titan, there's another Alliance War. There's something always going on in the game, which for some people it's fun because it keeps you engaged, keeps you playing. But the more things that they're throwing at you, the more you're going to notice that your people are not strong enough. And the more you're going to want to spend money to get more characters. I know this game makes a ton of money, and whatever they're doing great. It's not a bad game. I'll never say this is a bad game. I always recommend this to people. But I'm very, very cautionary of being aware of how much money you're spending. Because it's very easy to, once you start spending a little bit here, a little bit there, and your mind tells you that $1 or $2 or $3 is not much, that's when you start going, oh, you know what? I can spend another $1. I can spend another $2. And if there's somebody that you really, really want and you start chasing them in any way, you're going to start spending a lot of money on this game. And in that aspect, this game is not worth it. I don't recommend spending a lot of money in games when there's so many other games that are just as good and they don't really require you to spend money. This is the only game that I have spent consistently. And I sometimes don't realize that I'm doing it, or I'm like blown away that I actually spent money on this game, because I'm not somebody that likes to spend money in games at all. And I get it. I get the enticement of it. I get that the summon rates are so low. And maybe that's the draw, is the summon rates are so incredibly low that when you do get somebody decent, half decent, it's exciting. I don't know. Whatever they're doing it right. They're definitely making a lot of money. They're definitely going to be around for a while. They're doing stuff awesome. But I've stopped paying money in the game again for over a week, and my progression has stalled. Absolutely stalled. Because I have so many heroes at this point that I have to level up. So I probably have to level up like 20 heroes without summoning either better heroes or without being able to level up other things or getting the VIP so I can level up buildings quicker, this game moves at a snail's pace, and I do not like that. I don't like the fact that you have to spend gems to make any kind of headway in the game. Like, I don't like paywalls at all. I do like summoning. It's awesome. It's really fun to summon, but it's just literally expensive to summon in this game versus in other games that are similar, other gacha games. You just play, 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 play. Oh, I collected all these as I played. You know, it'd be different if, like, actually, I just thought of that. It'd be different if every time you beat a level or you beat a stage, you got gems. Like every time. A lot of other games, that's what they do. Is when you start beating levels, the harder levels, you collect the little tickets or you collect little diamonds or little whatevers, and you accumulate them by playing the game more. Other than the quests on here and a couple of minor things, there is no way to get gems. The only way to get gems is do your daily little video like right here, and then wait for the little quest to pop up. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be quitting this game soon. Like I said, I don't hate the game. It's a very, very fun game. Really good production value. Like the characters are amazing. Like they really did a good job with everything. I'm just tired of spending money on it, to be honest with you. And if I'm not spending money on it and I can't move at a reasonable pace, that's not fun. It's all the fun just went away. So I don't know. Hopefully it didn't sound too negative. You don't see a ton of reviews of this game compared to other gacha games and things like that. So I'm not quite sure what category this is in because it never comes up in like best gacha games or best hero games or best strategy games. On websites, you'll see it here and there, but I don't know. Who knows? But either way, wow, I didn't realize this video got so long. Like I said, I'm not bashing it. It's just not for me. I don't want to spend more money on this. I'd rather play a handful of the other games that I really, really love, not spend any money, not have to be stressed about, spending any money on it, and still be able to progress at a reasonable rate. Thanks again. Leave your comments below if you are playing this game, if you still enjoy it, if you think the game's changed over the last year, if you think the monetization's gotten worse or better or anything like that. Any feedback, please leave it below. Thank you.